February 20th, 2013, Sony's Andrew House stood in front of journalists and gamers and announced the PlayStation 4. With the announcement of the PlayStation 4 and the reveal of the specifications, Andrew House came with us with the tagline that many gamers would cling on to until today, which was greatness awaits. In 2018, I think many gamers can most certainly raise their hands and shout that greatness most certainly had arrived. With the release of games like Spider-Man, with the release of games like Astrobot and Detroit Become Human, and of course, a game that will ultimately go to win Game of the Year, God of War. The PlayStation 4 most certainly delivered in 2018. Now that 2018 is pretty much behind us and we get past the holiday season, we're now heading into 2019. And 2019 seems to be just as big, if not even bigger, with even more teases and announcements. Now, Shawn Layden is the biggest mystery so far, as he made a recent tweet regarding the future. But before I get into that, I'm going to go into games that we know for a fact are definitely going to be coming out in 2019. We know for a fact that Days Gone are going to come out in 2019. We know for a fact that Crash Team Racing, which was announced at the Game Awards, is going to be released in 2019. And we know for a fact that The Last of Us Part 2 could possibly be a reveal for 2019, as that seems to be the wild card for 2019. But other games that we do not know of so far are Ghost of Tsushima and Death Stranding. Death Stranding seems the more likely one to launch before The Last of Us, as Hideo Kojima has come out numerous times with numerous hints towards the game, as well as many articles hinting that a reveal or release date reveal is going to be upon us very soon. So it's definitely the one that's most likely going to be on the pot here, especially with Kojima even confirming that the game was done and is in the polishing phase. So definitely 2019 is looking to be pretty good. But back to what Shawn Layden. Now, Shawn Layden, what can I say about Shawn Layden? He made a comment on Twitter. Now, somebody basically voiced their frustration with the Game Awards, that Sony didn't really show much at the Game Awards. All you saw from Sony was pretty much games that were either being nominated for Game of the Year or whatever category. And of course, you saw the actual winner, which was God of War for Game of the Year. With numerous announcements and X amount of things going around with third-party games, most notably being Mortal Kombat 11, a lot of people walked away, was very, kind of disappointed, wondering why Sony didn't announce anything. Well, Shawn Layden actually replied to one of the comments and basically said, "We'll see you in 2019, next year." Now, riddle me this, 2019, what do we know about 2019 so far? Well, we know for a fact that Sony is most definitely not doing an E3 for 2019, and we know for a fact that Sony is not doing a PSX for next year as well. So since both events are not going to happen in 2019, what exactly is Sony going to do for 2019? Well, if we backpedal and go back to what Shawn Layden said in the past, back when he announced they're not going to be doing E3, he said they're looking for new and innovative ways to involve you and get information to you, the consumer, when it comes to games and X amount of announcements. So could we possibly see Sony do Nintendo Direct style events courtesy of, their own studios? Could they be doing their own type of Nintendo Directs? Or will they just be doing small conferences very similar to that of the one they did in February 20th when they announced the PlayStation 4, which was 5 years ago? Could they possibly do that? That's another one that's on the, table here. Me personally, I actually do believe that we're going to get that for 2019. I think that's going to be the style they're going to go for. Since it's like, they don't really have much to go for the rest of the generation. Most of the games they got now are games that we kind of already knew about and we kind of been teased about, and we're just waiting for either release dates or more information. So I think that's probably why they're not going to do a few things. And they did comment saying they didn't have much for PSX, which is why they're not doing PSX. They don't want to repeat of what happened last year where they showed off the same games and then people still left, not really satisfied whatsoever with the show. The reason why a lot of people didn't feel if they were satisfied with the show last year, well, let's be real here. They were sitting on a couch talking about, a few things, and then that's pretty much it. They showed off a few gameplay sections and everybody kind of felt underwhelmed who watched around the world. Now, for the gamers that were actually there, they had a blast. You know what I'm saying? They were actually at the event. So that's completely different compared to what Sony's doing now. As far as what the PlayStation 5 and all this stuff, I do believe that's probably what he's hinting at as well. PS5 is rumored to be revealed for 2019. So could we possibly see a reveal in February? February is literally around the corner. Could we see the reveal in February? February 20. Can we see a repeat of that? If it is, PS5 is most certainly going to be shown if they're going to do that. I think that would be somewhat smart just to get it out the way so people can see what the hell it is to talk about. But at the same time, if they don't want to do it, I'd be fine with it as well, because Sony is trying to get to 100 million units sold, and if they do show a PS5 reveal, now, that's kind of going to stop the sales for a little bit. I believe it's going to stop the sale just a little bit. People are still going to buy the console for sure, but I'm thinking it's going to stop those sales a little bit. Just it's going to slow them down if they do show off a PS5 logo this early and really go, yeah, this is the PS5. This is what it does. New controller, X amount of things, and then they start getting to marketing for it. So that's definitely going to be a big topic as well going into the next year for sure. But it's a lot of things going around that's contributing to it. Me personally, I can sit here and I can tell you right now, I'm actually satisfied for whatever. They deliver so much, and I'm actually okay with whatever they deliver, going through this. But for what we know so far, that's coming out next year, and some games don't necessarily have release dates, but I'm banking on them for sure. I do believe Death Stranding is going to be 2019 for sure. That's the game I'm banking on. We know Days Gone's got a release date for 2019. And, of course, we have Crash Team Racing, which was just announced at the Game Awards by, Activision. And possibly Ghost of Tsushima, if not The Last of Us Part 2. So, it's a lot of games. A lot of games for 2019. And this is the home stretch. Whether we like it or not, this is the home stretch. So if they are going to do this, PS5 most certainly will be shown in 2019. It's got to be shown in 2019. You know what I'm saying? As much as I don't want to see it in 2019, it's going to be shown in 2019. As far as its release, I would bank on a 2020 release depending on how fast Microsoft will reply to this. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft comes out and say, oh, we're ready. Then they're going to do 2019. But let's be real here, 2019 release date for PS5, I doubt they'll do it that early. 2020 for sure. So I would say we got one more year left of the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One X before we go ahead and get ready for these new upgrades for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video right there. 2019 is looking pretty damn substantial, and I can't wait for it. And I'm definitely looking forward to Days Gone for sure. That's one of my main games I'm looking forward to. Need a good zombie game, and that and Last of Us Part 2 obviously are on my list, but I really want to play Days Gone. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you guys think about it? All right. This is definitely a lot going on into this, a lot. And I'm definitely hyped for 2019. All right. 2018 was great, and let's hope for an even better year for 2019. For Xbox dudes, they do have something as well. They got Gears 5, and they got a few other games for 2019. So, it's not all PlayStation, obviously, but Xbox got something as well. So hopefully everybody, can walk away happy with something. But I personally, you already know what I'm looking forward to. And as far as the PS5 talk is concerned, obviously, I'll go in more details. We get more about it. But what we know so far is that it's going to be using, Navi architecture, and it's going to be using a Zen processor. That's what we know so far about the PlayStation 5, and everything of that nature. The PS5, again, if we do see it, we see it. It's going to be like the February 20th conference. You're going to see the specifications. I doubt you'll see the actual hardware reveal. They'll probably save that for like an E3 because, that's like a big reveal hardware-wise, so that would be smart again. So you'll see the new controller. You'll see the new specifications and whatever features that they're bringing to the table. And that will be PS5 in a nutshell. So there you go. All right. Appreciate you guys checking out the video. If you like it, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to everybody here on the channel. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button, stick around, and hit the bell icon, stay up to date. I hear everything on the channel. Thank you guys again for checking it out, and I will see you guys later. You guys be blessed, y'all be easy, and y'all keep it gaming. Deuces.